To wait in God, it's one of the wisest things that someone can do. To wait in God is a smart thing to do. It makes sense. But do you really know what it is to wait in God? When people say, I'm waiting in God, do they really know what they're saying? The truth is, I know a lot of people that they're hiding behind this expression, I'm waiting in God. There are a lot of people, they're procrastinating decisions that they have to make. They're postponing actions that they have to do. They're not resolving issues that should have been solved already. And when we ask these people, they would answer, oh, I'm just waiting in God. Dear brothers and sisters, are these people that are waiting in God, do they understand that waiting in God is to be prostrated, just letting God do all the work? Or do they maybe think that they have to do something, but they believe that they're only allowed to do something that when God very openly shows that He's done His part? No question, undoubtedly, this sentence, this statement, I'm waiting in God, it's beautiful. And it sounds very spiritual. Oh, brother, did you solve the problem in your marriage? Oh, I'm waiting in God. We're even uncomfortable. We say, oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe I'm not as spiritual as you. I'm pressuring you. I'm sorry. But how many marriages are waiting in God? How many companies that are going to close their doors are waiting in God? How many relationships between father and children, they're broken because they're waiting in God? How many ministries that haven't been started yet because they're waiting in God? Waiting in God. Actually, they are hiding themselves behind this statement. This statement became a crutch for them, so that people don't do what has to be done. Pastor, what it is to wait in God? The Bible answers that to us. And there's a passage that is vastly known that answers that very clearly to us. It's Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. Isaiah 40:31, we read as follows. Isaiah 40:31 says, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Pastor, this passage says, but those who hope in the Lord. And you said that the passage explains what it is to wait in the Lord, to hope in the Lord. Well, you will understand shortly. The passage says, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength, will soar on wings, will run and not grow weary, will walk and not be faint. 4 verbs of action. What the passage is telling us is that to hope in the Lord, it is not a passive action. To hope in the Lord is an active action. Because I wait in the Lord, I will do things. Because I hope in the Lord, I act. Because I hope in the Lord, I'm going to go and get it. Because I hope in the Lord, I'm not going to bow down. I'm not going to accept a situation that shouldn't be accepted. I will face it. Dear brothers and sisters, do you remember when David was in front of Goliath? Oh, David, there is Goliath. What are you doing? Oh, I'm just waiting in the Lord. If David was just waiting in the Lord, Goliath would have killed him, would have broken him. He would have sliced him in little pieces, but no. He said, I hope in the Lord, and because I hope in the Lord, he went for it. He said to the Lord, look, I only have these rocks. I can't do it by myself, but I hope in you, and I know that this rock in your hands will become a big rock, will become the right rock. I know that my rock in your hands, it's like a cannon firing. I know that my strength in your hands is the strength from heaven. I know that my aim in your hands will be perfectly accurate. The precise shooting done by a radar, calculated by computers, it's precise. Because I hope in the Lord, I will face a giant. I won't do it by myself. But because I hope in the Lord, I'm going to win it. To hope in the Lord, it is not forgetting to sow. To hope in the Lord, it's you sowing, and because you hope in the Lord, you're going to say, I've done my part, and I believe that this seed will grow and be fruitful. The harvest will be plentiful. The harvest will be amazing. People like to say that they're hoping in the Lord, waiting in the Lord, but in truth, they are waiting for themselves. In fact, I believe that when people say, I'm waiting in the Lord is looking down and telling them, and I'm waiting for you. Because you didn't have any sort of attitude that is showing that you're waiting on me. You didn't have any attitude that is showing that your hope is full and complete in me. And then the passage says something very interesting. The passage says, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. And there's the spiritual key here.